Well, today we're looking at Citizens of the World Choir. They are based in southeast London. They have recorded an EP and it was all done during the last lockdown over Zoom and WhatsApp. Extraordinary what people achieved, isn't it? They're a choir for anyone seeking sanctuary or asylum for refugees, displaced people and their allies. The record emerged out of a desire to stay connected and to help people process their experiences. In a moment, we're going to talk to the composer, Tom Donald, and we're going to talk to one of the choir members, Naomi. But let's first of all have a listen to one of the tracks called Beyond the Ocean. Heareth. Gosh, this is absolutely beautiful, and we should use this as one of our post-meditation tracks. So we are listening to the Citizens of the World Choir, and let's bring in Tom Donald, the composer. Hello, Tom.
Hi, how are you?
Well, congratulations. Isn't it extraordinary what everyone, well, not everyone, but people like yourselves managed to achieve during lockdown?
It's always hard to remember how it all happened. You know, I just think back to January, where it was a dark winter and a long winter, and we were all rehearsing online and just feeling all a bit down, and just the spirit of the community of the choir and the wonderful people in this organisation, and we all just sort of supported each other, sang together, and I just started plugging Zoom into my synthesizers and jamming on things, and after a couple of months, this thing emerges. So it's quite cool.
We're going to talk to Naomi, who's part of the choir, in a moment. But first of all, Tom, that you a composer. Did you compose that piece?
Yes, I did. Yeah, so I composed the music on this EP, which is called Symphony of Voices. But not only I composed, I would say I also curated, because there's a lot of spoken word on this album and in this symphony of people's reflection during this whole time we've been living in, so it is a bit of a narrative behind the music as well. And so there's a whole wide range of musical influences from members of the choir. We have Turkish folk music to Kurdish yodeling by one of our wonderful members. It's a wonderful sort of
I love so can I just
cocktail of music.
Absolutely. Can I ask, I mean, just managing a choir anyway, when you've all got eye contact, how on earth, I mean, was that part of your job as well, to conduct and to get all the voices as one?
So it wasn't done in a traditional way, but the wonderful management team of the choir and the musical director, Becky Dell, who must have been very patient with me. I was often saying, let's try this and see what happens. And there was we were just experimenting, but using the power of technology. One thing that really occurred to me back in January is, okay, we can't go to a recording studio, but you know what? We already have a recording studio in our home. It's our phone. It has a microphone on it, and so we just would sing bits into WhatsApp, little short phrases, and slowly I just would edit it into the music, and here we have the final thing. The track you actually listened to, parts of it were recorded in person in the gardens of Mycenae House in Greenwich, because we could social distance by that point. So some of it's in the garden, that track as well.
How lovely. I'm going to bring Naomi in. Hello, Naomi.
Hello.
It's wonderful to chat to you. I am wondering, I'm going to ask both of you this actually, if I've met you, Naomi, because I once came to the Jazz Cafe when you were, I think it was the Jazz Cafe, when you were working with Ian Shaw. Do you remember that? Because I know I met Becky.
Yeah, I remember you were there. You interviewed a few of us.
Yes, you were there. That was a wonderful evening. And Becky, as Tom says, is extraordinary, isn't she?
She is. She's a wonderful, wonderful director of music, and she can teach even somebody who cannot even sing a single sentence. And we were singing when we were far, and she made sure everything is connected. And she made sure everybody understood as we were in our lockdown houses and isolation, and all the voices came together when we met. A few of the brave people who met at my sin house.
Yes, and Naomi, I and Tom as well. You two don't need me to tell you this. I was listening to a program a couple of weeks ago on the importance of singing. That they just said, and I know this sounds a random comment, people who sing together live longer, or people who sing live longer. I don't know whether you believe in that, Naomi. Do you?
I do believe, because there's one poem which says, when you wake up in the morning, when you are an immigrant and you are running away from war from your country, you walk long miles because it's a long way to freedom, so you don't know when you are going to get the freedom. And the road is long, deep, high and steep. But when you walk with the wings on your wings and cover the miles with the songs you sing, the miles fly by.
Oh, I love that.
As an immigrant, once you continue singing, you find there's peace in your heart.
I love that. The miles fly by. I mean, I'm sure. Naomi, can you tell me, do you mind telling me a little bit about yourself?
My name's Naomi Kilovelo, and I'm from Kenya. I came here as an international student, but in between things went sour because I'm an immigrant, and now I'm just waiting by the grace of God.
Do you have any family here? No. So this is like your family. I could see that the night I met you all, that you are literally a family, aren't you?
All of us are family, and we mind about each other. We check on each other. In fact, it's more than a family, because some will check you even at midnight, which some family members don't do it.
I think that's, honestly, I think that's wonderful. And as I say, I urge people to get hold of this EP, because you are all so talented. It is just such a wonderful bunch of talented people. Thank you for joining us, Naomi. I'm going to bring Tom back in here. Tom, how can people download? I mean, download is the best way of listening to the whole album, is it?
Yes, so the best way to find the Symphony of Voices is on Bandcamp. So just if you Google Bandcamp and Citizens of the World Choir, you can pre-order. The release is later this week, but you can get a pre-order, which we highly recommend you do. And also this evening we are having a pre-launch event, which will be held online on Zoom. And to find all the details about that, you can also go to our website, Citizens of the World Choir. Is it .org?
Yes, yeah,
yes.
It is. Citizens of the, and this is the Symphony of Voices, by the way, is being released as part of Refugee Week for 2021. Yes. Available on Bandcamp, and from the 18th of June, which is that today? Is it today or no? Tomorrow? Tomorrow, is it?
Well, it's the 16th today, so on Friday. The official release is on Friday.
But you can get it now.
Yes, you can.
And if you want to find out more about the concert tonight, then you go to citizensoftheworldchoir.org. Such a talented group of people. Lovely to speak to you, Tom. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you, Joe.
Wow. I actually saw them perform at the Jazz Cafe in probably 2 years ago, with Becky conducting, and Ian Shaw, friend of Robert Elms and myself, massive friend of the radio station. This old piano in here, he's played endless times, and they are so talented, all those people from all different walks of life. So check them out.
BBC Radio London.
Make a difference.